Hey there, Brady here with your daily tennis lesson. So we're looking at a few coaching myths this week, and today I want to look at this idea that we always need to step into our ground strokes. You know, harken back to 20, 30 years ago, referenced this in a video earlier this week, just the height of the ball coming in a lot of times was low. And I think that made sense that on low shots you step in. The strike zone's expanding and the ball is coming in faster, and I just think there's a couple reasons why we do not have to follow to a T the idea of stepping in to every ground stroke we hit. All right, so a couple things I want to talk about with regard to that. The first is the amount of time I have, okay? So if I'm on the baseline and the opponent is either at the net, crushing an overhead, crushing a volley, or just back at their own baseline, hammering the ball, and I'm in a position where it's coming in so fast and I can't back up, can't do much, you know, there's really no chance I have other than to just turn and swing at the ball. So take a look at this. Okay, so right there, I honestly don't know how I would have had the time once I set to actually step into the ball. The ball's just coming too fast. So there's an example where the time really forces me not to step in. Another example of me needing to save time is if I'm running down a forehand. In this situation, I'm just going to start in the middle. But if I'm coming really far across the baseline, running into this corner, and the ball's already here, it's basically time to swing. How do we stop and then step into that ball if we're following this idea of stepping into a tee? So let's take a look on the run here. All right, another good example. I'm into that corner, it's time to swing, no time to step. So that's one reason why I think we can throw out the idea that we have to step in every time, is just when we're limited on the amount of time we have because of what the opponent did with the pace of their ball or the position of their ball. Obviously, I'm hitting those out of open stance, and that to me is a must in a ton of circumstances, okay? The next idea that we're going to talk about with regard to stepping in is the height of the ball. And as I referenced earlier, when the ball is low, I actually love to step in. You see Federer step in a lot on his forehand when the ball is down. And the reason for that is the amount of reach that you have when you step with the left foot forward is greater than if your feet are side by side. I cannot reach as far with my feet parallel to the baseline as I can with my left foot out. So if the ball is low and possibly going to bounce twice before it gets to me, I want to maximize my reach. And in that situation, of course, I'm going to step in because I need to rely on that reach. Okay, and that obviously works. Now, once the ball's sitting up, waist level, mid cage, you know, shoulder height, we don't need that amount of reach. And to me, there's a freedom to swinging with my feet side by side because I have a little better rotation. So any ball sitting up a little bit higher, I really love the idea that just for rhythm purposes, rotational purposes, we go with our feet more open, therefore not stepping into the ball. I mean, honestly, take a look at me trying to go after a little higher ball with a step in. I think it's really clear. It's really quite awkward because I just don't feel like up here with my left foot forward that I can turn through the ball very easily and hit a quality shot. And I think, as you know, I'm a huge believer that when the ball sits up, we should be attacking the ball. And to me, this is limiting my ability to attack. And that brings me into my third point is, yes, we've all seen Federer hit the ball extremely hard stepping in. But with your feet open or parallel to the baseline, we're looking at more power. Your ability to have that really nice kinetic chain, that stored energy that can really explode out when you uncoil on the ball is easily achieved more out of open stance than out of step in. So I love the idea that I can attack the ball, get more power on a majority of forehands out of open stance versus stepping in. So if I'm really teeing off here, feet are apart, and there we go. Let's go one more. Love those. And like, I get it. We can hit hard out of a step in, but our max power, I really firmly believe, is out of open stance. Okay, so really it's time, it's height, and it's power. Things we want to be aware of in terms of maybe forcing ourselves to step into every shot, or having this variety of stances, using step in once in a while on low balls, but trying to incorporate that open stance when we're lacking time, when the ball's higher, when we want to hit it a little bit harder, okay? So that's all I got for you today. Hope that was super helpful. Please click like below this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do so, as well as check down below me in the description of this video. You'll find the link to 3 free courses that Mark and I have put together. I think you'll find those really helpful as well. All right, so until next time, be well, and we'll see you soon at Daily Tennis Lesson.